The Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading presents This Book is Cool. With your host, Beth Duda. Coming up, Miss Beth will have a special arts activity, words to put in your word bank, and a special interview with a person who thinks the book you are reading is cool.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to This Book is Cool. My name is Beth Duda. I'm the director of the Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading. And today we have such a wonderful, rich, emotional book to talk about. It's called Miss Rumphius, and it was written by Barbara Cooney. We have a special guest with us today to talk about why she thinks this book is cool. With us today, we have Jessica DiLorenzo, and she's an arts integration specialist with Sarasota County Schools and the executive director of Wholehearted Education. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Beth. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too, and I am thrilled that you are here to talk about this wonderful book. It just made my heart happy. I thought Miss Rumphius is just a terrific journey. Tell us, what did you like about the book?
Oh, there were so many things. First, I love the way the time passes in this book. There's that reassuring cycle of life feeling to it, right? Like the older people were young once, and now the young people, we get older.
Yes, I did. I loved that she learned things when she was young and then lived those things through her life, and then she shared with the younger people. It made my heart sing. I just loved it. What are some of the other things that made you think this book is cool?
So one of my favorite things is when the young Alice gets to help her artist grandpa by painting the skies in his pictures. That was also such a touching scene because it just feels like a creative home to grow up in general. I would love to create that type of atmosphere in my home for my son as well.
I've thought about, being able to contribute to somebody's painting like that, and especially because her grandfather was such a great artist and that he was so willing. I think sometimes, like if I'm creating a piece of art, I don't know that I'm that generous to let people, put their mark on it. So I think it showed something wonderful about the grandfather and how willing he was to share his art, but also share his advice. He had some great advice for Alice.
He did. He had such wonderful advice. Remember, he said, there's just one more thing. You must do something to make the world more beautiful. Oh, my heart almost exploded. I just want to, again, pass that on to my son. What an amazing goal. Can you imagine if everyone in the world did something to make the world more beautiful?
And it doesn't even have to be, something beautiful that you can see. It can be a more beautiful place by sharing compliment with somebody or smiling and being pleasant.
Yeah. Totally. How we make people feel, right? That's so important.
And the whole idea about having that goal, it really helped Alice to live a remarkable life.
It did. And it's such a great reminder that setting goals for ourselves really allow us to reach amazing heights. And I don't know if she would have had such a great life if she didn't set those goals for herself. What do you think?
I agree. And that her grandfather, told her to travel the world. And she took that to heart, and she did. She traveled the world. And then to do something to make the world more beautiful. And I agree with you. If we all had goals like that, we would live in a much richer, more abundant world. And that's pretty special. I wonder, Jessica, what are some of the things you do to make the world a more beautiful place?
Oh my goodness. Well, my passion is to work with children, to teach them how to use the arts to express themselves. And I also work with artists in our community that want to connect to children, and we create art together, visual art, we dance, drama, all of it. And so I'm really going to think about this book as I pass on, what I think makes the world more beautiful. And also I learn from children and other artists in the community, and we really get to inspire one another. So this was just the perfect book for that.
I agree. I think it is kind of a perfect book. And I want to thank you for being with us today and sharing your feelings about this book. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. And please continue to make the world a more beautiful place.
You too, Beth. You do it well. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
I always enjoy spending time with Jessica DiLorenzo. I think just how cheerful she is makes the world a more beautiful place. We have some beautiful words for our word bank. Our first word is the word wharf. Wharf. A wharf is a structure that's built along the shore, often right in the water, that boats and ships can dock along. A wharf. Our next word is the word prow. Prow. That means the curved front of a boat. That's the boat's prow. Our next word is the word conservatory. Conservatory. That's a word that's kind of fancy for a greenhouse, especially someplace that displays a lot of plants. It's called a conservatory. Our next word is a word about flowers. It's lupin. Lupin. A lupin is a colorful, spiky flower. And the final word for our word bank is the word bushel. Bushel. Bushels are actually used as a unit of measure, to measure grain or maybe even apples. Have you ever heard of that? A bushel of apples? Our activity for today is so much fun. It's an opportunity for you to make the world a more beautiful place. Now, you can do that in a variety of different ways. You can create an object and place it out in the world so people can see how beautiful it is, or you could do it by the way you behave, by being kind and friendly and sharing compliments and being helpful. I think that makes the world a more beautiful place. We have some wonderful stones that have been created. Isn't this beautiful? And I love this one. It reminds me of how little Alice in our book got to paint the sky. And one of our friends painted this seashell like the sky. And can you see that it also sparkles? I think it's beautiful. And our next one also sparkles. This is a rock that's been painted one of my very favorite colors, purple. And can you imagine all of these rocks out in a garden? That would certainly make the garden a more beautiful place. If you create some art to make the world a more beautiful place, I hope you'll take a picture of it and send it to us. You can send it to connect@gradelevelreadingsuncoast.net. It was wonderful to share the book Miss Rumphius with all of you. Remember, reading is the key to succeeding. Until we see each other next time, my friends, be well and make the world beautiful.